So what does it mean to find flow? Start by thinking about the last time you were so focused that time stood still. Athletes call this mental state being in the zone. Psychologists call it flow or peak experience, and they have linked it to leading a life of happiness and purpose. Lao Tzu, the ancient Chinese philosopher who authored the Tao Te Ching, called it doing without doing, or trying without trying. Personally, I love how Mike Csikszentmihalyi, the world's foremost expert on flow, describes this blissful state. He says, a person in flow is completely focused. Self-consciousness disappears, yet one feels stronger than usual. A person's entire being is stretched in the full functioning of body and mind. Whatever one does becomes worthy of doing for its own sake. Living becomes its own justification. I think of this flow state as our sweet spot, where we have both great strength and great ease. It's the mental state when our best work emerges without strain or anxiety. So instead of making our most powerful effort, we get to experience our own effortless power. Most people think of the sweet spot as a point of maximum impact in sports. The point on a bat or a racket that hits a ball with its greatest power and with the least stress or resistance. So as it applies to our lives, the sweet spot is the overlap between where we have the most ease in our lives and the place where we have our greatest strength. We find flow when we are living and working from our sweet spot. You can map your sweet spots on a Venn diagram that has a strengths circle and an ease circle. I tend to operate from my strengths circle. I'm a high achiever. I get a lot of hits. But before I changed my life, I couldn't get those hits without also operating outside of my ease circle. I was operating outside of my sweet spot where ease overlapped with strength. I was a lot like this baseball player, getting hits but not in my sweet spot. Watch the bat and how it bends and moves. Often the bat will splinter and even break when we hit outside of our sweet spot. When we make a really powerful effort, we can get hits outside of our sweet spots, but we never hit home runs unless there is also the ease of the sweet spot. Now watch this video of a baseball player hitting a home run. See how the bat doesn't bend at all? He isn't just making a powerful effort there. He is also accessing his effortless power. We know intuitively when we're doing this, when we're living or working from our sweet spot. It's that felt sense that we're really killing it, that we're in balance, that we feel healthy, passionate, in the groove. At the same time that we're doing really well, we're not feeling a tremendous amount of tension or resistance or stress. So we're nailing it, but it's easy. So just as a baseball player won't learn to hit in the sweet spot by working harder at the wrong technique, we won't find our sweet spot at work or at home by muscling our way through it. The tactics that most people use to cope with busyness, multitasking and using technology to cram more into each day, tend to backfire, as they did for me, making me sick, exhausted, and far less productive, happy, and intelligent than I am now. We find our sweet spot by understanding the architecture of our minds and the biology of ease. We change our lives for the better when we use tactics that flow with our brain and physiology, not against them.